Hi, my name is Summer Smith. I'm a mother and a teacher. The day that the Sandy Hook shooting took place, I was teaching. We were there when we heard that there was a shooting, that several students and teachers were shot. The atmosphere was strange and solemn at the school. Many parents called to make sure that their kids were safe, and they were afraid that possibly a copycat shooter would come to our school. There were police at every school. After I picked my daughter up from school, she was in preschool, I hugged her a little closer than I had before, imagining what I would do if I had lost her, just like the poor parents during the shooting. The next day, after learning the heartbreaking details, the school was really frantic. New security measures were put in place to make sure we had covered everything to protect our kids in our classrooms. My coworkers and I were talking anxiously in the teacher's lounge about how we could protect our students. Where would we hide them? In cupboards and lock the classroom after telling them to be quiet and that we love them? Could we have the courage to run towards a shooter? To stop them from killing our children? Because they are like our children. They're our second family. Would we be able to think quickly enough to gather all the students into the bathroom and lock the door and keep them calm so they can't be heard? Could we keep calm enough to do this? To keep ourselves calm so we could hide our kids in their cubbies and read them a story like nothing even happened, so they wouldn't be afraid. We tell them it was a smart board malfunction. Like the heroic teachers did in Sandy Hook Elementary, all of those things happened there. The teachers protected those students. They did everything possible to stop the shooters, including sacrificing their own lives. It also brought up controversial topics. Some teachers said maybe we should carry guns in the classroom to protect kids. There was even a letter brought to one of my coworkers that said that the parents would feel more comfortable if the teachers had brought guns to school to protect their children. We were trying to make sense of this act of violence. Why would the shooter want to shoot defenseless children and teachers? We had heard the news reports that the shooter had suffered from mental illness. Some people said that it was because he had access to several guns that were his mother's. I felt like these were logical pieces to the puzzle, but there was more to it. I believe that it is a systematic problem that stems from a society declining with help for mental illness treatment. While 1/4 of the people in the United States suffer from mental illness, and many are not treated. With medical costs increasing, it is less and less likely that people are going to get the services they need because they don't have the money. Major cutbacks in education, a large decrease in jobs and incomes, which leads to alienation of individuals in their communities. This is a system that does not put health of a society before money and profit. That being said, as a teacher and a parent, I mourn this tragic event, but I'm inspired by the actions of the teachers that put student survival above their own. I and the other teachers I work with, there's 2 here today, care so much about our students. Like I said, they're like our family. I know it's kind of cliche, but most teachers go into teaching to make a difference in society to improve education, health, and safety for children, to make them better people. I'm proud to call myself a teacher, and I'm proud to work in a field with so many inspiring people that give more than just working hours to ensure that children we work with are safe. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Scott Dalgarno. Nelson Mandela, who now belongs to the ages, once said the following: "There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children." So when our Congress decided it would do nothing to limit gun magazine size or even tighten in the least background checks, I was fortunate to have my say about that in an op-ed in the Tribune. It's a good paper. But this morning, I'd like to take just a few moments and address what I think this anniversary might mean to our hearts. Many years ago, when I was really pretty young, I met Elie Wiesel, the Holocaust survivor and the author of the memoir of the Holocaust called Night. I asked him a question that makes me cringe now. I said, "Can there be any meaning in suffering?" I can't believe I asked him that, of all people on earth. But I was really young and he was really patient. And he answered me with an emphatic no. There can be no meaning in suffering. Now, I'd read a lot of what he had written up to that point, so I knew that he felt that he'd be untrue to his little sister, Zipporah, who had disappeared in smoke above the camp at Auschwitz, if he'd said anything less than an absolute no to my question. But as we talked, he softened. He said, "Of course, people do learn things from pain and loss, but as a Jew who had seen what he had seen, he refused to accept any positive thing in exchange for his sister, or for any of the 1.5 million beautiful, innocent children who perished in that awful time. As long as I live, I will never forget the look in his eyes when he spoke those words to me. In those eyes I saw infinite sadness and infinite resolve." Finally, he said to me, "I suppose that's the difference between your faith as a Christian and mine as a Jew." So ever since I spoke with him, those words have resonated in me, and I felt a tremendous burden with them. Because I tend to look for meaning in the wake of just about everything. It's just my habit. At the same time, though, I know I can't accept any glib answers when it comes to the suffering of children.